Hi everyone, once again thank you very much for coming back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be a little bit different from the other videos that I made. And in this video I'm not going to show any katas or any fighting applications, but instead I just want to share something with all of you. I want to say thank you very much for being my subscribers, and thank you for following me all this time throughout my journey as I am showing and sharing karate techniques that I have learned, and now I'm just sharing with you all. And I really appreciate all of you for spending the time and watching my video. And with that, recently, a couple days ago, I received a message from one of my subscribers, and I believe it's a young girl, because she mentioned that she's in 10th grade or maybe 10 years old. I don't recall, but regardless whether 10th grade or 10 years old, is still the same thing, because she talked about how she got bullied in school, and she mentioned that there were 5 people who constantly bully her, and she's feeling very depressed, and she just doesn't know how to cope with it. And this video is very timely because I want to reach out to her and also to all of you who had been bullied. And I know how it feels, because when I was 8 years old, when I first came to America, I had to face the same thing. I was living in a bad part of America, and every single day I got bullied. Not just only verbally, but I got bullied physically. Now, I did not mind of being bullied verbally because I don't understand what they said anyway. But just imagine at the age of 8 years old, you have kids my age, kids who were in their teenage years, where they would gather in a group and just smack on my head. And there were times when I go back and tell my dad that, Dad, these bullies are really picking on me, and I feel helpless, and I want to search for help. And then my dad at that time, we both were brand new in America, that we just trying to make a living in order for both of us to survive. It was only my dad and I. And so he said, if you don't bother them, they won't bother you. And I was like, Dad, of course I'm not gonna bother anybody, because these kids are way bigger than I am, and I'm just only 8 years old. That went on for 2 years until I turned 10. I met a group of friends who were also Vietnamese, and so they said, hey, let's go learn karate, because I met this man and he teaches karate for free. It's called Vo Vi Nam, which is a Vietnamese karate. Imagine this, you get almost 10 young kids from the age of 10, I was the youngest one, all the way up to 16. And we will walk on a Saturday morning. All of us wake up at 6 in the morning and walk for at least 1 hour before we reach the botanical garden. And then the master would stand there and wait for all of us. And I just cannot thank him enough for allowing young kids like us to have that opportunity to learn karate. And the weirdest part was, as much as we want to learn karate so that we can protect ourselves, because we want to learn some kind of techniques or some kind of ways in order to have bullies just, hey, you know what, don't mess with us because you're messing with the wrong person. But yet I remember what the sensei said. He said, I am teaching you karate, but strictly only for your health purpose. I don't want any of you to go out there and start fighting anybody, even though you're getting picked on. And I was like, what's the point? I mean, I'm getting bullied every single day here. Of course I want to fight back. But believe it or not, after I learned karate, I still got bullied. And I got bullied for a long time. I got bullied going to junior high school, which is 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And then when I enter high school, which is 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, I got bullied as well. I got bullied to the point where I'm standing with a friend waiting for the subway, which is train, for those of you who don't know what's a subway, waiting for the train to arrive. And then standing inside the train, 5 guys came up to both of us and asking us to give our wallets to them. I said no, and guess what? They punched me. They punched me, and they punched me hard. They punched me to the point where one of the guys just reach his hand in my pocket, grab my wallet, and then standing there laugh. And I stood there helplessly because I'm thinking, there's no way I'm gonna fight back these 5 guys, and they big, and my friend was just feeling the same way. And then the train stops, and right when the door opens, one of the kids just punched my friend hard on the forehead with a brass knuckle. And I turned to his forehead, and I swear to God, that thing was swollen right on top of his eye, to the point where I think if he looks up, he will see that swelled part sticking out. And we just started to run because we don't know what's next. Now he just punched my friend with the brass knuckle. Who knows what's gonna come next? Are they gonna come next with a knife or worse than that? So we ran home, and that's when I was fed up with it. I was like, how long do I have to put up with these bullies? I just cannot see myself, being beat up by them every single time. I decided to make myself bigger. Now, during that time, just to mind you, I stopped learning karate because I only learned at the age of 10 until 12, which is 2 years with my teacher, and then he had to move away. So basically from 12 all the way on to 18, I learned no karate at all. But I wanted to do something different so that I can make my body bigger and stronger. So that, when the bullies look at me, I don't want them to see as though I'm the easy target for them to come and pick on me all of the time. So I start working out at the gym. Each time when we have a physical education, 1 hour class at the school, I would go over with the other guys and start bench press and work more on the weights. And then I started to see a notice in my body. I see a change in my body. And having more muscles in my body, believe it or not, it's a psychological thing that for the bullies, they tend to step away a little bit. It seems as though I am no longer their target. And I kind of noticed that too. I'm like, wait, these are the group here in school that's always going after me. But yet now they just look at me, stare at me for a split maybe 3 seconds or so, and then keep on walking away and pick on someone else. So that's when I start to figure out that, if you start to change your image and being more confident, that's how these guys no longer treat you as a target to satisfy their needs, right? And whatever their needs are, beating you up might be a satisfaction to them. But at least being bigger really helped, right? So how does that translate to a female? And I believe it's the same thing, right? For a female, you also want to exude yourself in a confident manner, right? You want to change your posture. You want to stand in a way where you are more confident, that you're able to put up not just a fight, but to put up an image where, hey, if you mess with me, something's gonna happen. Either I'm going to report you to the police or I'm gonna report you to a higher authority. But don't show these bullies you're afraid. That's what I've learned. What I've learned is when you let someone sense that you are afraid, most likely they know you're not gonna do anything bad. That's when they want to go after you more, right? So make sure you walk with that confidence. When someone sees that you're confident, they feel as though you are a competition. So then for them to attack you, they're gonna feel as though they might lose. And you want to give them that sense of feeling. Now, as I got older, when I turned 18, that's when I started doing martial arts full time. Doing martial arts full time at the age of 13, I was extremely lucky because at that time I was in college. And I met a teacher where he also went to the same colleges. And so we would train 3 times a week. And at that time, I would do even more push-ups, more sit-ups, and my body started to change. I got bigger, more definition, and even my facial definition also changed a little bit as well. But most importantly, I have also changed my posture. As I am walking or as I'm talking to someone, I'm standing straight up, shoulder back, and showing that I am confident. And the confident here, what I'm talking about is not just only physically confident, but I want you to also focus on being intellectually confident as well. In the Vietnamese saying, I'm going to do the translation now instead of using the Vietnamese idiom, is basically you want to have both physical and mental confidence in order for you to feel that you fit in. And what does that mean is being fit in means for you to be part of a society where you are not the target, then you want to show the people that, hey, I am confident physically, so if you attack me, hey, better watch out because I know how to attack you back. And intellectually, meaning if you attack my values, I know intellectually how to attack you back with words. And that it's so important. So the best advice that I can give to any of you who got bullied is basically train your body, your physical appearance to appear strong. And the other part is intellectually train your mind, meaning read more books, read more articles, gather information that is going to help you to become more of an intellectual person. And that way, no one can bully you because people bully you for two things. Either you look weak or you're just not appearing smart. So if you can look strong and appearing smart, they will leave you alone. And I would rather give you that kind of advice versus telling you, hey, this is a karate channel. Why not use karate in order for you to fight back these bullies? That's not the point. When you are fighting back with the bullies, trust me, you hurt someone, they will come and hurt you back. You can beat someone up this day, trust me, the next day they'll bring 5 or 10 people to come back and hurt you. The point is not to fight and then later someone's gonna revenge. You only use martial art if it's a life and death situation. Every single time when I'm sharing my martial art skills and you are learning it, I'm hoping that you're learning it in order for you to protect yourself in a life and death situation. Because when I have involved in many competitions, fighting for trophies and stuff like that, and even though we were wearing gloves and stuff, but when I knock someone down and I see blood on their face, it doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel satisfied at all. And because of that, I actually quit competing because it really brings no value. Because I know that my martial arts will work if I put 110% in my training. And I know that your martial art will work. So instead of competing and accidentally hurting someone, just preserve your skill in order for you to use it if you have to. If someone is attacking you and you have no way out, then you can throw that punch to break that person's jaw or whatever, and then you run away. So I hope that this video helps, and I hope that my subscriber, the person who I'm referring to, that after listening to this, I hope that you feel inspired. But please reach out to me if needed be, and thank you very much for following my channel. And I know what you've been through. I know it's tough, but you can overcome this by, like I said, changing your image, making yourself feel more confident physically, and also making yourself feel more confident intellectually. I have all the videos or the exercises and stuff like that in order to tone your body. And as to the intellect part of it, I recommend you read any books that you like. With that, thank you very much. And I am truly grateful for all of you who have been following me and watching my videos and supporting me and giving me those likes and also share my videos. With that, I'll see you in these videos, and next week I'll be making a new one.